In an age long past, the demon king Hiranyakashipu hungered to conquer the three worlds. He desired immortality and began a penance no man, demon, or sage had ever endured such torment. A tapasya so severe that it shook the heavens. For long, long years, he remained still. No food, no water. His body wasted away, yet his will remained unbroken. Such was the intensity of his devotion that Lord Brahma himself was moved.
O mighty Hiranyakashipu, your penance has been long and unwavering. I am pleased with your devotion. Open your eyes and ask, I shall grant you a boon.
O Lord Brahma, creator of the universe, I thank you for your presence. Grant me this boon. Let death never come to me. Grant me immortality.
Hiranyakashipu, even I am not immortal. Immortality is beyond the laws of creation. Ask for something within the bounds of the universe.
Then hear me, O Lord. Grant me that I shall not die during the day or night, indoors or outdoors, nor on the earth nor in the sky, nor by man, god, animal, or any weapon. Let no creature born of a womb be able to harm me.
So be it. Your boon is granted.
With his boon, Hiranyakashipu became invincible. He conquered the three worlds, earth, heaven, and the underworld. The mighty demigods trembled at his name.
Destroy all the temples!
Temples were destroyed, Vedic rituals were forbidden, and Dharma was shattered. Darkness spread across the realms, for a tyrant now ruled without limit. While Hiranyakashipu pursued power, his wife Kayadhu was sheltered by sage space. Narada spoke of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and the unborn child within her listened.
Narayan, Narayan. Devi Kayadu, why are you looking so worried?
Who else would I be worried about apart from my husband, Devarshi?
Don't be worried about your powerful husband, Devi. Listen to me. Now you're carrying a child in your womb, so you should be pure in your thoughts. Your worrying will affect the child. Try to meditate on Lord Vishnu. Listen to his glories. It is the best medicine for the disturbed mind. Narayan, Narayan. O gentle lady, the Supreme Lord Vishnu dwells in every heart. He is the supreme well-wisher of all living entities.
Your words bring peace, O sage.
When one surrenders to him, all fear fades like mist before the morning sun. By rendering devotional service to the Lord, one immediately receives causeless knowledge and detachment from this material world. Narayan, Narayan. Lord Vishnu is the proprietor of this whole creation. He is the supreme enjoyer and he is the supreme friend. Narayan, Narayan. This child is so eager to hear about the glories of Lord Vishnu, even though his mother has slept. Only by rendering devotional service you can understand the supreme personality of Godhead. Narayan, Narayan. Remember my words. Never forget Krishna and always remember Krishna. Come, chant along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh Narada, thank you for protecting my queen. She returns with me now.
She is safe. May the child within walk the path of truth.
He will walk the path that I show him. Come Kayadu.
Yes, my lord.
With his power, he conquered the three worlds.
I am the Lord of the universe. That Vishnu, he is a cheater. He is no God. From this day forth, you all shall worship me as your only God.
Years passed, and the child born of devotion grew under the shadow of a ruthless demon. The young Prahlad was now 5 years old. From his childhood, he was devoted to Lord Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu was unaware of the fact that Prahlada was a devotee of Vishnu. One day, he called Prahlada and inquired,
My dear Prahalada, tell me, what worthy subjects have you learned today? Have you learned how to lie? How to steal or how to cheat? How to destroy your enemies? Tell me, what have you learned in school today?
O Father, King of the demons, my spiritual teachers have taught me that anyone with a temporary body will always feel anxiety. To be truly free from distress, one must let go of worldly attachments and seek refuge in Lord Vishnu.
What rubbish are you talking? Shanda, Amaraka! I have entrusted my son's education to you both. I want you to make sure that he doesn't learn any bogus philosophy about Vishnu. I do not want the intelligence of my son to be spoiled by the words of the enemy. Make sure you give complete protection to him at the Gurukula. Do you get that?
Yes, mighty king. Please don't worry. We will keep him busy with material pleasures all the time. When his mind is ready, we will bring him back to you.
Okay, you do that.
From the very beginning, Prahlada was always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. He was uninterested in childish playthings. Shanda and Amarka, who were the sons of Shukracharya, tried to educate the boy Prahlada in demoniac activities. After the meeting with Hiranyakashipu, both the teachers brought him back to the Gurukula and chastised him in various ways, and they began teaching him along with other boys. In the Gurukul, young boys were being taught how to become strong warriors and powerful rulers by the teachers Shanda and Amarka.
Good morning, students.
Today's lesson is very important. Today we will learn about the principles of demons. Repeat after me. Fear is power.
Louder. Kindness is weakness.
And who is our enemy?
Very good. Today we will draw the strongest demon you can imagine.
Prahlad, what are you drawing?
I am drawing Lord Vishnu. He is the protector and maintainer of everything and loves all the living beings.
Again with this Vishnu nonsense? Prahlad, how many times do we have to tell you? Forget Vishnu. Worship King Hiranyakashipu.
But Vishnu is in my heart. I remember him always. He is the real Lord.
This boy is impossible.
We are going to tell the king. You will learn to obey.
Students, try to memorize this. This is our fundamental philosophy of demons. We will ask this tomorrow. The class is dismissed now. Prahlad, are you not afraid?
No, I have Vishnu by my side. And where there is Vishnu, there is no place for fear, just peace. He resides in the hearts of everyone, always watching over us. He is our greatest well-wisher and friend, and pleasing him is very easy.
So, how can we please that Supreme Lord? Can you teach us?
Yes, just chant his name with love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Will you stop? Stop! How dare you sing this poison? Prahlad, you are teaching all these poor innocent children how to chant Lord Vishnu's names? This is not what we taught you.
Prahlada, who is putting these thoughts into your mind? This is not demoniac tradition. We have to follow the rules set by our great king Hiranyakashipu.
Shanda and Amarka bring Prahlada to Hiranyakashipu. He is very happy to see his son Prahlada.
Me, my dear son, for so much time you have heard many things from your teachers. Are you following your father's footsteps? Huh? Are you becoming a great demon like me? Tell me, what have you learned?
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnum Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dhasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Hearing, chanting and remembering the Lord is the best way for perfection of life. Father, change your wicked ways and surrender unto the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu.
You rascal! Who is teaching you all this? Who is teaching you all this nonsense? These teachers? Are these teachers to be blamed?
No, no, master. It was not us. Whatever your son Prahlada has said was not taught by us. He has been misguided by someone else.
We have taken care of Prahlada by all means. We have not allowed any of the followers of Vishnu to reach him, and we have kept him separately from all the saintly people. Therefore, please spare us, O Master.
You rascal! Most fallen of our family! You have become like a poisonous snake! If you have not received this education from your teachers, from where have you got it? If you don't tell me who's teaching you, I will kill you! Tell me!
Father, even if I tell you, you will not understand because you are envious of Lord Vishnu.
Vishnu! 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 Mandabuddhi! Ahankara! Come here! Now I am giving you an order. He is not my son anymore. He brings disgrace to my name. He has become disgrace to my family. He deserves to be killed. Go! Kill him immediately!
The demons made Prahlada go through various tortures. They whipped him and attacked Prahlada with different weapons. They locked him isolated, tried to poison him, and to starve him to death.
He looks very tender. Let's chop him into pieces and eat his meat. Let's throw him in the pot of boiling water. What is this? Now let him put him in fire and burn him to ashes. Why is nothing happening to him? Let us throw him off the hill. He will surely drown and never come back. Die! Die, you foolish child! Die!
Despite Hiranyakashipu's relentless efforts to harm Prahlada, the young devotee remained safe, protected by Krishna's promise to safeguard his followers. Frustrated and anxious, Hiranyakashipu confronted Prahlada once again.
You rascal Prahlada! You have foolishly gone against my orders! Tell me, where are you getting all these powers from? Tell me, else I will kill you right now!
My dear father, the one who is giving me strength is the same one giving you your strength. Everyone, including Lord Brahma, derives his strength from that Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So you're telling me that somebody is more powerful than me? Supreme than I? Who is he? Huh? Where is he? Tell me now!
Yes, Father. Lord Vishnu is that Supreme Personality of Godhead and he is all pervading and is present everywhere.
Everywhere? Where everywhere? Is he in this room right now?
Yes, Father.
Is he sitting among them?
Yes, Father.
Where? Is he here?
Yes,
Is he there?
yes,
Is he in this pillar?
Yes, Father. He is also there in that pillar.
You are speaking so much nonsense.
I shall cut your head off from your body. Now let me see if your Vishnu comes to protect you. You say he is in this pillar? In this pillar?
The universe trembled in an unknown fear. Mountains and oceans shook. Even the Devatas hid behind the clouds, for never before had such a sight been seen. The Lord, half man, half lion, roared with divine fury, eyes burning like the sun, claws soaked in blood. The demon Hiranyakashipu was no more, yet the Lord's anger remained. Lord Brahma, creator of the worlds, stepped forward with folded hands. He tried to speak words of praise, of peace, but could not pacify the Lord. At last, Brahma turned to the small boy standing silently, a boy of 5, but with the faith of ages. Prahlada, he said, only your love can reach him now. And so the boy walked forward, no fear, no doubt. With folded hands, he bowed.
तव करकमल वरेणखम् अद्भुत तव करकमल वरेणखम् अद्भुत शृङ्गम् दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम्
And in that one moment, the Lord's heart melted. The roar faded. The storm passed. He lifted Prahlada with tenderness and placed him on his lap as a father holds his son. And in that moment, the heavens rejoiced. From the skies, Devatas sang, Gandharvas played their veenas, the sages of Siddhaloka offered praises, even the ancestors from Pitraloka shed tears of joy. The fierce form of the Lord had revealed its secret, that behind divine anger lies the deepest compassion. and behind every test, a boundless love.